on. So please, if you want to come to France, first things first, make sure you start learning French now. You can go to Alliance Française if it's too expensive. Apparently today it's very expensive. Back in my days, it was just like 3,000 something, you know, and today apparently it's very expensive. But you can get private teachers who can teach you French, online lessons. Go on YouTube, start training yourself. What's up, guys? It's your girl Connie, Kenneth. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome so very much. And please make sure you subscribe, like, share, and yeah. So today I'm back with another interesting video, and so this time I'm going to answer your questions concerning the au pair program to come to France. So the last time I showed you, I had like a step-to-step tutorial. Oh my gosh, I had a step by step. Oh my goodness, it's early morning, I'm tired. So a step-by-step tutorial on how to apply as an au pair, as a nanny, if you want to come to France. So I will link it somewhere here, okay? And so after that video, I had so many questions on Instagram. So most of you came to my DMs and then you're asking me questions on, you know, this and this and this and that. So I thought that why not answer? So I've answered most of you guys, but why not make a video where I try and, you know, answer all those, you know, all those questions. Okay. So I haven't written them down. I will try and remember all of them. Because yeah, I'm receiving more and more questions concerning that. So yeah, so that's why I thought of making this video. So first things first, make sure, guys, because when I was talking to some ladies, I realized, guys, most of you guys don't have passports. Please, first things first. I know the passport, you know, process is very long in Kenya, so please start there, okay? Even though you will never probably travel to France, but just make sure you always have a passport. You never know if something comes up last minute, because if you apply, it can really go very fast. But then if it takes you 3 months, 6 months to obtain your passport, then that opportunity will just, you know, go its way, and then you're back to square zero. So please, first things first, make sure your passport is ready and valid. Check it. If you have one, make sure that it's valid. That's point number one. Point number two, if you're thinking of going to any French-speaking country, if you're thinking of going to a German country, start learning that language today. Don't wait for the opportunity, okay? Please, that's very important, because today things have really changed. Before, some people would travel without speaking French or without speaking German or whatever the case may be. But this will just show the embassy that you're motivated and that you've started learning the language and so on. So please, if you want to come to France, first things first, make sure you start learning French now. You can go to Alliance Française if it's too expensive. Apparently today it's very expensive. Back in my days, it was just like 3,000 something, you know, and today apparently it's very expensive. But you can get private teachers who can teach you French, online lessons. Go on YouTube, start training yourself, you know, because when you go to the embassy for the visa applications, they will ask you to introduce yourself in French. Of course, they don't expect you to be fluent in French. I remember for me, they asked, what's your name? Or they just told me, tell me something about yourself. So I introduced myself. I talked about my family. So just actually memorize those sentences in that language of the country where you want to go to. It's very important, you know, just please start learning the language. The next step, you need to know what you want. Do you want to come to France? So I'm talking about France because that's where I am. And then start a job immediately. Do you want to be a student? Do you want, yeah. So because there's some things that you need to know. So about France in particular, for you to work like say in a bank, or you need to have a permit, a working permit. So your ID should state that allowed to work. And so that's very important for you to know. Don't expect for you to come and start working, and no, it doesn't work like that. So you really have to be prepared. So the best thing is when you come as an au pair, of course, you come as a student, and so you have a student visa that with a student visa you can work, but you can't do all types of jobs. So and then if you find like a job, your employer can, apply for that work permit for you. So it depends on countries, but in France, you must have like an ID that states that you're allowed to work in France. So you need to know that. And also, there's some jobs that require you to be a French national to apply for those jobs. So another lady sent me an Instagram message telling me that she would like to work as an air hostess. But you see, that's the specific type of job where you need to be a EU national to work in those companies. So I actually just advised her, instead of wasting your time, because let me tell you guys, I've made another video. I think I've made 3 or 4 videos about this. Just know that your credentials, whatever diplomas you have right now back in Kenya, will not be valid here. So you will have to go back to university, or you have to sit for what they call it, like it's like a test you do in your particular field or sector, but the diploma that is accepted in that country. So you need to show that you know how to, and some courses are different depending on, if you do law in Kenya, you can't practice law in France, and so there's jobs like that. So just be prepared to know that your credentials are not valid. You have to start from zero, or you have to go and sit for that particular exam, and there's some organizations that can actually do those kind of I don't know how to call it, like not an upgrade, but they try to show that your diploma, you're qualified and so on. But some require you to go back to school, to college, university, and if you want to do the same course, then you do it again. So it's a whole process. So it seems a lot, but when you're well prepared, then you can make it. But I'm telling you guys, the first things first, learn the language. You want to come to France, start learning French, because when you work in a French company, most of them don't speak English. And so unless if you're working in an international company where you have English speaking people, but most of them don't speak English, and they require you to speak in French, So honestly, first things first, you need to really know exactly what you want to know. But if you want the easy way, of course, it's to come as an au pair and go to those websites and that I showed you guys. Go watch that video and just follow step to step. And sometimes don't overthink it too much. Don't overthink it. I know that most of you have watched that video and you haven't done anything, you haven't tried, but stop overthinking it. Just apply, and then you will see. Just be a free spirit, apply, start exchanging with families. Some will be interested, some will not be interested, some will be interested and then they change their minds. But don't give up, as long as you know your why. You know why you want to travel to another country, what you're doing and so on. But it's not impossible, but be prepared. Really be prepared. I mean, it's important to make sure that all those things are ready. Your passport is ready. If you don't have it, start applying for one. Make sure you go learn that language. You need to know what you want to do. If you're a student, just go on Google and say a university, I don't know, in France, or I don't know, a management school, or whatever the case may be. But just start doing your research, and I'm telling you, of course, at some point you will, if you're really determined, then you will most definitely find somewhere to go, or a place to go to. So that was those were the main questions I got in general, or some of you wanted me to help you, but I can't help everybody. I can't do all those things for you. I can't learn French for you. I can't tell you, yeah, this school is better than this one. It's up to you to do your research. You need to see different schools. You need to see, apply to different families. Just go for it. Just don't expect people to do those things for you. You can do them, because I might do something for you and then finally it's not what you wanted, so I wasted my time, you wasted yours, and so it's a lot. You need to think about the accommodation. I can't accommodate everybody. I have my own things going on, so you need to be independent. Just go to a country knowing that you're strong. You need to be very strong, because life out here is not for the weak. Please listen. It's not for the weak. So don't come here expecting everything to just fall. You need to fight for them. And when I say fight, it really is to fight. Things won't be easy. But if you know what you want, if you're determined, if you're an honest person, a passionate person, motivated person, self-driven person, of course you will make it. Of course you will make it. And yes, so if you have any more questions, if I didn't talk about anything in particular, please ask them in the comment section below, or you can find me on Instagram, same name, Connie. I think it's Connie W Kenneth. Then you will find me there for sure, and you have my email as well in the description, and so make sure you reach out. So thank you so much guys for watching this video. Make sure you watch, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye.